So I got a credit card that I think had $6,000 on it, and I didn't use it all. I barely used any of it actually until I got home. So my plan was use it while I'm over there, come back, pay it off straight away, close it off. That didn't happen. Good morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. You might have seen from the title that I previously had $10,000 of debt, and you will also have seen from the title that I got rid of it within 4 months. I'm going to tell you exactly how I got rid of it, and it's so easy. All I had was a spreadsheet. I also had done my budget, which I'm going to share in this video as well. If anyone has never used Excel before, I highly recommend it. Like, I fucking love spreadsheets, and Excel just does it for me. So I will show you the budget that I did. I'll run you through all of the expenses that I had. But what I highly recommend when you're doing a budget is to go through your bank statements. Don't just sit there and think of the things that come off the top of your head, because there's probably a lot more expenses that come out of your account that you don't even think about. Stuff like Netflix subscriptions, all this, just like little things that like build up. And I highly recommend going through all of your bank statements to see exactly what it is, so that when you're building a budget, nothing comes as a surprise. When I started doing my budget and figuring out how I was going to become debt free, I think I was 25 or 24 and felt really trapped in my full-time job. Not that I didn't like my job, but I just was like, I don't want to be sitting at a fucking desk for the rest of my life working for someone else. Like, I just knew that wasn't going to happen for me. I began to feel really trapped because I had all these business ideas, but I was like, I don't want to do anything. I can't do anything, because I thought, what else am I going to do? And I've got all of these debts that like come out of my account each month. So if I'm not working, how am I going to afford to pay it back? So that was when I decided to start this spreadsheet. And as you'll see from the spreadsheet, it took me a few months to get the hang of like paying off debt. But when I went hard on it, I literally got rid of 10 grand debt in like 4 months. The time frame didn't matter really. I could have paid it off in 10 months. I could have made it a lot longer, but for me, what I wanted to do is I wanted to get rid of the money as soon as possible. So I saw two options. I could either go really hard for a short amount of time and get it all paid off, but have to sacrifice any sort of social interaction at all. Like, I was not allowed to go out for dinners. I was not allowed to go for breakfast. I didn't buy coffees. For me, it's hot chocolate. I didn't buy any of that. I literally had no fun money. But I thought I would rather sacrifice all of that shit for 4 months than string it out for longer and have those things. Like, that stuff didn't matter to me. I didn't care about it. Like, I just wanted to have more money. I wanted my money to be mine. I wanted to be debt free, and this video is going to be perfect for anyone who's in a similar boat, who needs motivation to realize that you can fucking do it. Not only have I got myself out of debt, but I've helped some of my friends do the exact same thing. And I think once you realize where your money's going, and how once you do a budget, it will help you figure out exactly how fast you can pay off your debt. Like, once you realize that, you're gonna wanna do it ASAP. And I'm really excited for this video, because I think it's gonna help a lot of people. And having debt sucks. Like, no one wants debt. You don't wanna each month your money be going towards like stupid loans that you don't need. So let's jump into my computer. I'm gonna show you the exact spreadsheet that I used, and we'll run through it. Okay, we are now in my budgeting document, and this is the exact document that I had back in 2015. It was saved to my computer, and I have it in my OneDrive. So let's run through this. So obviously in column A, when you're doing a budget, put all of your expenses in there. Now, this is obviously, when I went through this, there would have been a lot more in here, but I cut things off. So for example, the things that I've got in here: rent, food. At this time I was renting, so I was living with a couple of friends. Rent was really cheap. Food, phone, Wi-Fi, gym, car insurance, website, health insurance, braces. I used to have braces and I was paying for them. Netflix and bills. It's actually really funny that I kept Netflix in here, because if I was giving advice to anyone who's doing a budget, Once you write out absolutely everything that comes out of your account, you should then do an analysis on it and then get rid of the things that you do not need. And Netflix is 100% one of those things you just don't need. Although it's only minute, like it's only like a $3 spend, that's $3 that could have gone to your debt. So anyway, in this spreadsheet, all of these expenses tally down into this plum color, the $431. So my weekly expenses back in 2015 were $431 a week. Now, I used to get paid monthly, so all I've done is down here in B14 in the green, I've just times that 431 by 4. So that's a formula in there. Now, back in 2015, I was in a team leader role and I cleared $3,718. So this is where I'm going to show you why it's so important to do a budget. What I'm going to do is I'm going to input, so again, monthly pay, $3,718. Below it, I'm going to put my monthly spendings, which is the same as what's in column B14, which is $1,724. Okay, now I'm going to create a formula, and to create a formula, you just add in the equals button, and I'm going to put my monthly pay minus my expenses. Okay, so then I'm left with $1,994. So that is the leftover. That's basically money that could go into savings, but what I needed to do is I needed it to pay off my debt. Okay, so now I'm going to click across to the goal tab and I want to run you through something just quickly. So you'll see here on June 24th, my grand total for debt was $10,035.42. I'm just going to really quickly show you something. We're going to click across to the debt calculator. So if I put that debt in here, so that's how much debt I had. And then if I input the amount that I could pay off monthly, which was the $1,994, if I had to create a formula, I'll delete this out. So if I create a formula of my debt divided by my monthly amount that I could pay off, that gives me 5.03. What that means is it would take me 5 months, a little bit over 5 months, to pay off that debt if I was contributing $1,994 monthly to my debt. Obviously, something that's not factored in here is interest and any bank fees or anything, but it's sort of like a rough estimate. For me, once I realized that, I was like, I don't want to wait 5 months. I want to get this paid off ASAP. So because I was doing lashes, I had an amount each week that I thought I could add more in. I could be putting more lash money in and I could be paying it off. So let's move back across to the goal tab and I'll run you through this. Now, the first thing that I noticed going back into this is that I obviously, in this video, I've mentioned that I paid it off in 4 months, but it did start back in June 2015 where I had this $10,035.42. But if we scroll on down to August 31st, down here, you can see that I had more debt 2 months later. So where the 4 months has come from is from basically October 1st. October 1st is where I really started to knuckle down and was like, okay, Celia, you need to take this seriously because we want this debt gone. So October 1st, this is what my debt total was, $9,680.48. As of October 14th, it was $7,772.83. Now, as I mentioned before, I used to get paid monthly and I used to get paid on the 14th of every month. So I can see here, 14th of October, 14th of November, 14th of December, I had money coming in. And you'll see that it's not the full amount that I was paying. If I do a quick sum, if I do this minus this, I'd only contributed $1,026. So I definitely wasn't putting away as much as I could have been as per my initial budget. So budgeting isn't easy. And this is something that I did 5 years ago. I am so much better with my budgeting now based off this. So what I might do is I might do that sum in the next ones too. So if I do this minus this, you can see how much I paid off there. So you can see when my December pay came through, I obviously paid off a lot from I obviously paid a lot off from my full-time job, and then I obviously added more in. And then down here, let's do it again. So you'll see here from December 20, my credit card amount went up, but then my car debt is 0. And the reason for that is because my car loan that I had was a much higher interest loan. So I was like, why would I keep paying dead money each month in interest? Why don't I just use my credit card to pay off that debt and then close it? And that's what I did. It was the best feeling. So you can obviously see from December 14th to December 20, I only paid off that. But then again, that's only like 6 days difference. So this would have been December, which is a high period for lash clients. So I've obviously put money into that account to close that off. And then down here in January 15th, I paid off another lump sum, which was this minus this. So you can see I paid off $1,700 from December to January, and then that was all I had left. Now, I don't know the exact date I closed the credit card account, but it would have been in January because I still remember that first pay that I got was definitely in February, and all of my money that I was then transferring across, so back in here, the 1994, that was now my money. I now had that money sitting in my account. I didn't have to give it to anyone else. It was all mine, and it was the best fucking feeling. So I hope you've taken something from this video, and I hope this spreadsheet makes sense. If you do have any questions, leave them in the comments below. But as you can see, to summarize, I started trying to do this in June. It really didn't happen. I was going back and forth spending money. I was in my same shitty habits of spending money on crap until I got down to October. So October, November, December, and January, those are the 4 months that I got rid of $10,000 of debt. And I am so proud of myself that I did this, because not only did this help me start all of my other businesses, it's helped me change my mindset around money, and I think that is really important for anyone who has debt. If you're looking for ways to pay down your debt, I think the first thing is don't be hard on yourself. I remember when I first realized how much debt I had, and you can feel really overwhelmed, you can feel really shit about yourself, but think of it like this. The positive, every time that I've had a session with someone about their debts, and I've done this a lot for like family and friends, even my partner, is don't feel shit about it. Just be really grateful that you're looking at it now and not 6 months down the line. Think of it positively. Think of it like, oh, thank God I'm finding out this now. Thank God I'm doing something about it now and not down the track. So I hope this video has helped you. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you want help with a spreadsheet, please let me know. I am thinking of getting one up on a website so that you can download it and use it. I think budgeting is honestly the best. It's just money. Money isn't everything. Money provides you financial stability and allows you to do a lot of things. And I just had stupid debts that I hadn't paid off. Debts that I should never have got. I should never have got a credit card. The car loan I can understand, but I was paying the absolute bare minimum off it, and I wasn't dedicated to paying it off. And I was paying a fuck ton of interest, and interest is just wasted money. So I am very proud of myself for how I got rid of my debts, and I think anyone who has debts should be trying their absolute hardest to get rid of it in order to leverage your money. Like, you can do so much more with your money than be paying off debts and paying interest each month. So if you do have any questions, leave them below. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.